everybody, what's up? Welcome into You Just Made the List.
That was good.
You just made it, dude. Second time. I'm bringing us in hot.
Yeah, you are, dude. That was energetic. I liked it,
dude.
I liked all the energy.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, we need energy for a list like this. We're going over the most misused wrestlers.
Okay.
And go figure. We bumped the list down to 3 because we had a lot of similar ones.
Yeah, we did.
And to keep it to where we didn't have a bunch of the same. And well, actually, there's so many people misused.
Yeah.
That we just went for the cream of the crop misused.
It's also coming off of a very bad Raw.
Yeah.
So.
And go figure, most of all of our biggest ones are on WWE.
Yes.
So
all the ones we have on here on WWE. We got a couple SmackDown, we got a couple Raw.
Yeah. But
let's do this list.
Let's get right into it.
Let's get into it.
Did you go first last time or did I?
I have no clue.
Hey, we should mention last time we tied. It was a tie.
We tied.
I'll throw the little image up there if I can.
We tied.
But yeah, it was a tie.
I don't like ties. We need a victor here.
Alrighty, man. Well, let's get the list on the board.
This one right here. This is the list that I win with.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna win this time. Okay. No lobbying either. Most misused. I'll go first.
Go for it.
Braun Strowman.
Braun
Strowman.
Yeah.
He went from the hottest thing, like the most exciting thing to talk about in all of WWE, to this weird heel.
To this weird
switch.
Well, he had like a
it was like
weird face, and then they turned him heel for a second, and now he's back to kind of face.
He's back to face. I would say he's a full-fledged face, but here's the problem. Is that he lost a ton of his momentum with that heel change. A freaking ton of it. That was a bad move.
Uh-huh.
And what was the purpose of doing that move? It was just to get Roman over as the face. They couldn't have Braun. Braun, people liked him too much, man. And that's a problem with WWE because they didn't tell us that, we could like him that much.
See, I feel like that letting Brock squash him did worse.
That did horrible things for him.
It was bad.
Yes, and then so he's moved back onto face, but he's not doing. Whenever he got over as a face this year, he was pulling shit down with a grappling hook. He was flipping trucks. He was doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Giving KO hell.
And guess what he's doing now?
Nothing.
None of that, dude.
Mm-mm.
He's a catchphrase. And what sucks is that he is a great wrestler. He's a great personality. He has tons and tons of energy. And people really do want to love Braun. And I think people do. That's why he's my number 3 on the list.
Yeah.
But everything that caught fire with him, they've switched him back to face. And they've just null and void all of it.
And now he's injured.
And now he's injured. They let him get destroyed. He got beat down. He got squashed. And now he's getting beat down. And before, you couldn't even imagine Braun taking a loss. You couldn't imagine people holding him down that long.
Yeah, it's weird. They do weird writing with Braun.
It went from Symphony of Destruction to Symphony of Doo-Doo.
Well,
it was bad.
I think they should have somehow kept him out of the whole Roman and Brock angle as long as they could have.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that killed him, and then now he's thrown in the mix there, and then unfortunate things happen to Roman.
Yeah.
And then he gets thrown in to Brock in his place. He gets squashed.
And they should have put the belt on Braun to really solidify him and start moving him back up. That belt should have went on Braun.
Well, Vince loves Brock, so
I guess so. But that's my number 3, dude. What do you got?
So my number 3 got moved to number 3. This person would have been higher. But because of SmackDown this past Tuesday, she'll be number 3. Asuka. It's a good choice. Horribly misused. I mean, yeah, the reason why she gets the number 3 spot is because they're sticking her in what should be the main event for TLC. It'll probably end up being
and Asuka
Daniel Bryan
has generally
and
been she's been booked somewhat strong, not as strong as she should be.
She came in hot.
Yeah.
And then the surprise loss to Charlotte, which is not that I hated that. That's fine.
I didn't hate it at first.
I didn't hate it at first because I was just like, it's fine if they didn't want to do the streak thing. It was a good shock moment. Mm-hmm. And then they fumbled it from then on out.
Yeah, then it just became nothing but a loss. Like, it was not meaningful at all.
Then she lost
sucked
to
all
Carmella.
the meaning out of it. Yeah, and then she started losing to Carmella. And like, dude,
what are we doing?
This is not good.
Yeah, this
freaking sucks. And Asuka's dude, and people,
and she just went super mid card.
I don't care what WWE thinks about Japanese talent and whether or not they get over the fans. Asuka gets over with people. People love Asuka. Every single time we go to a house show and Asuka's music hits, everybody here in the middle of Central Texas is on their damn feet for Asuka.
Yeah, dude, people love it. And even on SmackDown this past week, when Paige was in the middle of about to announce this battle royal, people just started chanting Asuka's name as soon as she came out.
Whenever Becky went to go name the person to take over for her match with Ronda, people wanted Asuka. Charlotte didn't get the cheers that Asuka got.
No.
People love Asuka, and they definitely misuse her, dude.
Although I don't necessarily think it was a bad choice picking Charlotte for that.
No,
match.
I don't. I don't either.
They killed it in that match. One of my favorites of Survivor Series.
But you know, the people show that, you know, like, Asuka is that's a person that they want, and WWE doesn't recognize it. They don't.
No.
They don't put it out there.
No.
All right, dude. Let me go to my number 2 here. I got a good one for you.
Go for it.
I got a good one.
You got a good one?
It's great because Asuka came from NXT. Let's see.
There you go.
Most of these came from NXT, except for Braun. My number 2 is Bobby Roode.
Yeah. Well, he's getting his robe pissed on.
Dude.
He got his robe pissed on.
I like to make sure that we can talk a lot between these, you know, like that's kind of the plan between this. But I think Bobby Roode just kind of speaks for himself. How bad can you feel for the guy?
They brought him in his face. They never turned him heel. And he's just been boring. And I don't know if it's his fault or if it's WWE's. I'm going to go with the writing on the main card.
I don't think it's his fault.
Because he was really fun and interesting on NXT.
He was great in NXT.
But ever since he got to the main card, they knew... it's not that I blame them for bringing him in as a face, because they knew he was going to be so over with the crowd, which he was.
And you still didn't have to do it as a face, though.
No, you didn't have to, but I get why they did that. But somewhere along the line there, they should have moved him to a more natural in-between or heel.
God, you know, and I think we're all waiting to the point that he snaps and becomes a heel or whatever they decide to write it. But, you know...
He's going to snap and quit.
Is it? Yeah. Is it too freaking late?
I mean, he's just in
Dude, he's with Chad Gable right now. They look like freaking dorks, dude.
Yeah, they do. It's bad. It's real bad. And it's like, I don't know what to say
dude,
about
he was such a great heel on NXT.
I liked
his
NXT
also
stuff.
a great wrestler, dude. And you get to see absolutely none of it. We got to see him get beat by Connor of the Ascension, man.
I know.
How, dude? It's like rock bottom, man. Like,
now I'm just wondering, is he gonna wear that robe again?
Maybe he recognizes it too. But he's like, you know what? I'm kind of older now, and I'm just happy to be here.
Happy to have a job. I don't know, maybe.
And I can appreciate that, but God, dude, Bobby Roode is my number 2 because it is. I don't think I feel worse for anybody on the entire roster than I do for Bobby Roode. There are guys that don't get to go on TV, and I feel worse for Bobby Roode still.
Because he has to go out in embarrassingly bad
Kurt Hawkins' gimmick is a losing streak, and I feel worse for Bobby Roode.
That's fair. I do too.
I feel awful for him. Bobby Roode's my number 2. Who you got, dude?
All right. I got Sanity.
Ugh. Ooh,
I don't really know why they were even brought up.
I don't know either.
I mean, they were a hot tag in NXT, and they had a lot of popularity. And then they brought them up.
Yeah,
we were the ones that showed that their first house show was in Waco.
Their first house show was right here in Central Texas, and Wrestle Talk put us on their video.
We got a little love for filming their first house show.
Also a little hate because I did not do it in landscape.
I know, you did.
I didn't know.
It's a crime. You never expect people to actually watch it as much as they do. But they've done nothing with these guys since then.
Dude.
They stuck them in the Survivor Series tag that ended up on the pre-show.
Pathetic, dude. It was pathetic. They had them back there in a line with everybody else. And they were like, yeah, we're going to be part of the team.
Now they're not even...
That screams anarchy.
Now they're not even on the show. I haven't even seen them on the show. They had
Nikki Cross come out at the UK shows or whatever.
Yeah, she never debuted, though, as main roster. So.
Nope. And, like, people were stoked for that, too. They saw All Sanity come out, and then Nikki Cross was there. And, dude, what is going on?
Nikki Cross should really be counting her lucky stars that she's still in NXT because she's still... on the show, she's still getting matches.
It makes me wonder if Triple H, like, you know, he sees which stars that he has that could stay there for a while and still really mean something, and he just holds them close. He's like, oh, Vince, they're not ready.
Yeah, no. Sanity, you're my number 2. I'm sorry you're not on the show, and they haven't done anything with you.
Because Sanity was great in NXT, dude.
Yeah. Well.
They were great. All right, dude, you ready for these number ones?
These number ones are good.
These number ones.
It's hard to argue with either of these number ones.
Yeah. My number 1 is Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy.
He doesn't do anything but lose, dude.
Yeah.
He loses.
We have similar number ones in that they're a part of the show, but they don't really go anywhere with their characters. And they
have a prominent spot usually.
Yeah, usually. And they make pay-per-views.
Yeah.
But they don't win. And that's kind of a misuse.
Samoa Joe does not freaking... Dude, and he's such a good promo. And
I hope
and that's kind of to his disadvantage that he's such a good promo. Because he talks a huge game.
And it looks embarrassing.
Never lives up to it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
I mean, he's a guy that goes out there, and I know he's doing his best to give it 110% with what he's got. I've been in a similar position than that. Not, of course, not on his scale... But, you know, you give everything you got, and they're, you know, you're still just the fucking chump.
Oh, yeah. You still just fall short. Yeah, and that's just what he's doing. He just keeps losing.
He can't.
And I get that he wasn't going to win the AJ one, but they could have stuck him in something to win.
He could have, dude.
He could have.
He could have.
They just wanted to keep that belt on AJ, which it's tough because I don't blame them. I wish they would have done something where he did win one of these matches with AJ somehow.
And now he's in a program with Jeff Hardy, and I'm worried he's going to lose that too.
I am worried he's going to lose that Jeff Hardy one, even though it's not that I hate Jeff Hardy, but I feel like he's getting to a point where he needs to start probably put some people over.
Mm-hmm. I mean, him and Jeff Hardy already had a match, and Jeff Hardy beat him.
Uh-huh.
And, dude, what can you do for him? What can you do for the guy? Like, he has...
Oh, yeah, did he win to get into Best in the World? Or would he... I don't remember who.
He lost against Jeff Hardy for that.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what
do you do for him, man?
I don't know. But he just keeps losing, and...
Oh, no, he didn't lose the Best in the World. He was AJ's match at Best in the World.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But I think that he lost a qualifying. I think it was just both. It was both. He didn't make it to the Best in the World. He lost on SmackDown to Jeff Hardy, and then he got in the title shot with AJ.
Yeah, now I don't remember because Best in the World, I just kind of
forget
forever.
I don't want to remember it, but God, man.
Yeah.
What can you do for Joe?
I don't know what we can do for him besides put him in a feud where he can win, and maybe he wins this one.
Give him a goddamn belt.
Yeah, I mean...
Let him win!
What belt are you going to stick on him?
The U.S.? I mean, what's Shinsuke doing with it? He was on the list. I had to cut him.
Nobody does anything with the U.S. title unless it's John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena.
Well,
my
your number one is John Cena.
Yeah, my number one is John Cena is misused in Bumblebee. I don't know.
Was he? Oh, yeah, he is in Bumblebee.
Yeah, he is. My number one is Finn Balor. And it's kind of the same complaints here, which is they're very prominent on the show.
I see Finn Balor hitting a lot of number ones on these lists.
He's got a lot of and by all reports, he's not unhappy either. Apparently, he's perfectly happy in a spot, but it's just you got to let him win some sort of belt. Like they boost him to the top, they give him the belt, he gets injured, and he hasn't made his way even close to that since then.
Yep.
He'll get put in these matches, someone will come and interfere, and he loses.
Dude.
Or he wins them by DQ, which is nothing.
Dude, he gets chumped so fucking hard.
And then he won on a bunch of roll-ups. I remember that.
And, I mean, he came in with a ton of fire. And then even when they started rebooting him, and they did the match with him and AJ.
Last
that was
year, TLC.
Yeah. It was Survivor Series last year, I think.
No, I think it was TLC.
Maybe it was TLC.
I think it was TLC.
But AJ came in to do the match with him, and Finn went over, and it was, dude.
He came out as a demon. They don't use the demon anymore.
Yeah,
it's just and I get it. You don't want to use it every time.
He was there at, was it SummerSlam or WrestleMania?
Which one?
Well, maybe he came out as a demon on both because it was SummerSlam.
Well, SummerSlam is when he won it, the Universal title off Seth.
Well, that was SummerSlam last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. God, time really flew by on that, didn't it? He came out. It was in a match against Baron Corbin, who he's still freaking feuding with.
Yeah, to some degree, yeah. Because they beat him up
away from each other.
Yeah, he just needs something, even if it's not for a belt. Neither of these guys, if they didn't have belts, that's fine. I would just put them in some sort of meaningful feud with TV time that they win.
Yeah.
That's a good start. Finn Balor doesn't need, I guess, to be in the IC title because it's maybe crowded with Dean and Seth right now, and that's who they want to go with. But you could stick him in a feud with somebody to make it interesting and let him win that feud.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. Maybe stick him with Dolph for a little bit. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm sick of seeing Dolph and Seth. Even though their matches are good, it's not a complaint that their matches suck. It's just
it keeps happening.
You just need something a little fresh.
Yeah.
And they're not doing that.
It just happens over and over.
They've got such a huge roster. I was so looking forward to Seth's Open Challenge. And Dolph came out.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God.
So your number one is Finn. My number one is Joe. But let's do an honorable mention real quick.
There's several honorable mentions.
Let's do an honorable mention of Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, okay.
Because what is this trash that they've been selling us, dude?
I don't know, dude. I hate that promo. I hate these promos. This people stink in this town. People are garbage, so I'm getting vaccinated crap.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I brought up the point to you earlier. Like, they have the ultimate story of grief and mishandling your grief on their hands.
And they're going to you smell
And they're
bad.
going to, you guys smell terrible.
Yeah.
From a guy that, for most of his career, looks like he smelled bad.
Yeah, he does. He looks greasy, like he smells.
He looks greasy.
He might be smelling himself.
He looks like he probably has, alcohol breath and maybe a barbecue stain or two lying around on him. I don't know, but he shouldn't be the one saying, hey, this town stinks. You people all stink. I can't stand it, dude.
I mean, no. I
can't stand it.
Really, and I mean, we talked about this before, is I could stick almost every single tag on here. I mean, I could stick Gallows and Anderson. You can stick the Revival on here. You could stick, so many. I mean, besides the Bar and New Day, is there a tag? Are there any tags?
Even AOP, they're the champions right now. You can stick them on here because they're in the AOPP storyline.
Yeah, they are.
Their fucking tag reign is built around PP.
It's bad.
It's built around PP, dude.
It's so bad, dude. Yeah, like you could literally stick insert tag here that's on the main roster that isn't the Bar or New Day.
Yeah.
Or Usos, I'll give them that too. The
Usos do their work.
But after those three,
I would even say Lucha House Party does okay.
Yeah, they're doing real well on the main, and they're fun to watch. But it's just the tag division's real bad. So they don't do anything with that tag division. So
no.
I mean, they showed you how much they cared at Survivor Series. Mm-hmm. So
they were on the pre-show, and then their match didn't even count because they didn't have the brains to total it in.
Yeah,
and to check their writing, to check their staff. They're like, it's just the tag teams. They F the dog on that one, dude.
More honorable mentions. Andrade Cien, almost.
Yeah, man, he's doing so well, and
he was doing well. He's putting on good matches. It's still super early, and I get maybe they're working on maybe.
But where's he been?
I don't know.
And he always loses too.
He does always lose too, but he's freaking great. I mean, we could go through a long list.
Ty Dillinger,
10.
Yeah, the perfect 10 is the perfect dude. I don't have a good joke about him not being on TV, but he's not on damn TV.
Yeah.
Apollo Crews, dude. They did that thing where it looked like there was going to be a push, and he come out and he cut a good promo. And where the fuck is he, dude?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, if you're going to move these guys... What
happened?
I just wish that, when they're moving these guys up, they have something for them, and that's why they're moving them up.
Mm-hmm.
it's great that they get moved up because whatever, but
Sasha and Bailey, man.
But yeah, if you don't have anything for them, don't move them up. Like that's the thing. Lars Sullivan's moving up. I bet they don't. We can tell.
I can say with almost a 100% certainty they don't have any idea where Lars Sullivan is going
and what he's going to be doing.
Yeah, or what he's going to be doing.
So they're going to write it when he gets there.
They don't put him on Raw because he doesn't need to be on Raw.
No, he needs to be on SmackDown.
He doesn't need to be with Braun Strowman.
Yeah, don't mix that. But yeah, there's just these NXT people are great, and I get why you'd want to move them up to a bigger audience, but just make sure you have something for them.
Yeah.
Just make sure you got something there.
And yeah, if you have to, like WWE's in this phase now where they're not getting rid of any talent. They're so worried that they're going to go somewhere else, they're not getting rid of anybody.
No, yeah, they keep them kind of.
And I mean, that's kind of freaking cool. I could see myself enjoying my time in that position, getting paid to do jack shit, but.
Well, yeah, it's just, I think what you don't want to happen is you just don't make TV, but you do all these house shows. And
yeah,
then you get
true.
hurt, and you get hurt on a house show, but then now you're really not going to be used on TV, and you're hurt, and you're not really getting as much money.
Yeah,
that's the problem. But yeah,
it's all a problem, dude. It's a big problem.
We got some gripes. We made a list, top 3 of each of ours. Misused people.
We checked it twice, so be sure to hit that eye above Ryan's head. Whoop-pow. Hit it and vote. Whose list do you think better? My list, once again, was number 3, Braun. Number 2, Bobby Roode. Number 1, Joe, of being the most misused. What was yours, dude?
Number 3, Asuka. Number 2, Sanity. Number 1, Finn.
Okay, so whoever's list y'all think's better, be sure to hit that little eye in the video and vote. Let us know whose list you think was better. It's good interactive content.
This one.
It's fun. And then once you vote, leave yourself a comment about who you think is the most misused. What would you do on your list? Did you think our list was trash? Leave us a comment and let us know. Please subscribe to the channel for more great wrestling content. We got the anime podcast is being redone soon, so stick around for that if you're a fan of anime. We also have all the gaming stuff that happens on the channel.
That's right.
Tons of cool crap here. Be sure to subscribe and check all the stuff out. And if you just like the wrestling stuff, come on Saturdays and check that out too.
Alrighty.
But you guys take it easy and we'll see you next time. Bye.